So today we're going to go into the Black-Eyed Children. I've never heard of it, to be fair. When I was doing some what can I do for Halloween? Happy Halloween, by the way. um, I was like, well, what is there of urban legends, right? So my good old Eric, who is my Gemini, I call him Eric as from my guide because my guide is called Eric. He was like, gave me some few ideas, and the Black-Eyed Children came into it. So did you know? I didn't know this, right? So I've got me notes, okay, so, right. That you got to be careful for inviting them in, right? So apparently there's this chilling thing about they knock on the door asking to come in, or they knock on the window of the car to ask to come in, right? So we're going to do an open prayer. I got a few candles already lighting up, but I thought just for like purposes alone. Okay, so I've done a poem, an open prayer. Divine Spirit, loving guide, and my higher self, I call upon your clearest light and unshakable protection now. As I explore the folklore and shadow of the Black-Eyed Children legends, help me see with a pure sight and intuitive truth. Let the messages be clear and empowering for all to hear them. I invite only love, wisdom, and clarity in this sacred space. And I wish to add protection for all that is watching right now, so you don't get a knock on the door. And so it is. So I thought I'd put our mix history with questions. I've got the haunted. I don't know how this is going to go, guys. So I don't know. I haven't done much of these readings, but I thought this is going to be a great. This looks really small, but it's the right amount of. You get used to certain decks, and this feels small up to other decks. So I've got 2 decks in mind now. As the story goes, right? Okay. So the history facts, right? The history facts of what we find. The modern legend ignited in 1996 with I didn't hear about it, but there you go. With a single story posted online by a reporter named Brian Bethel in Texas. He said 2 kids approached his car. They appear as normal kids or teenagers, but their eyes are completely void, pitch black with no white or public visible. So as you can see, I've got a picture of a child with black eyes there. Okay, so that's like the myth, right? Globally, yeah, their sightings are spread far and wide, reports in the UK. Again, I haven't heard of this. So if you have, let me know in the comments, or if you heard the stories, especially around spooky spots like Camnock Chase. Camnock Chase? I don't know where that is. So people wonder if they're demons, aliens, or modern takes of the vampire myth because of the need for an invitation. And funny enough, I've got my vampire deck, so I thought I'll bring that into the occasion. So the first question we're going to look into: what is the spiritual or physiological source of this legend? So what is the spiritual or physiological source of this legend? I don't know what this is gonna. Right. Oh, all right. It was definitely a physical form. So if you think physical, it doesn't come across ghostly, right? So they're physically aspect, okay. it feels like they come into the dementia. Here we got two. I swear we got 2 10s. Now you know I'm crap at the numbers, so I'm gonna, yeah, 10. So this is a 10 again. So we got 2 10s of turn. So destiny cycles and turning points. Now I did think, I thought, it does. Is it because it's only like maybe a few stories that's come out? Is it like that? There's certain people that goes through cycles, and that's the ones that gets to meet them the most. I'm going to ask that question afterwards. But we've got 2 10s here. We've got the wheel. So I feel like this is like, to me, the vision that I got was like they come through a portal through to the physical world. So, but I don't feel their spirit. I feel like they're, they can touch you. There's a physical aspect of them. Definitely they can approach you. I don't know about the actual stories things. I didn't do back that check, those checks, but yeah, see, travel through time. So I'm not saying I believe in time travel, but I feel like it's a dimensional, it's like the supernatural, when they come through different port things. That's how I feel. So I feel like they travel through time. So I would definitely say it's physical. I would definitely say that they come from a different place. So is it based on real events? So is it, I can't say it. Port time. I might as well say pork chuck, innit? So is it based on real events? I believe so. I feel like it's a physical form, and they get, so it's like the movies, when they look at Terminator, the movie where he goes down and he's in a space, he doesn't know where he is, and this is where the encouragement of them knocking on the door. Okay, so the event, okay. Yeah, they're looking. I wonder, well, we're going to get deeper into it. So I wonder if it's like they're looking for help, support. Because there's that fear fact of like seeing a different human being. So say for instance, alien wise, yeah. So that could potentially be the fear base there. But I think they're more looking for wanting to go back home. I think they don't, it's not a deliberate, and that's why there's not so many cases of it, right? We're going down the rabbit hole, guys. We're going down the rabbit hole. So I don't feel that that's why it don't happen as often with the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so there's only sort of like small amount of cases. I believe it's a port hole. Yeah, that's how I would interpret the cards. That turns and it manifests them into our reality. Yeah. Which we're not accustomed to. So I don't feel it's a fear. I feel it is a manifestation, okay? A physical manifestation, because we've got earthbound aspects. So they're earthbound. So they're breathing just like a human being is, okay? That's what I believe anyway. The fear is around, the fear is around them, you know, so is demons. So are they demons? Is it a you know, demons? Oh my God. Maybe. Oh, I had a shiver then. You just see that there. Possibly. Physical. Oh my God, that's just like, that's really creepy. I had a shiver. Oh my God. We got 4s again. Is there... Again, I'm going down the rabbit hole. But I'm looking at these mask things. So do they get pulled into this world physically through sacrifice or through prayer, through interrogations of people trying to manifest them into the reality? So is there a purpose for these children? You know, maybe they're not as... Oh my God. Now, interestingly, now it's not all, it's 2 children, and look, we've got 2 here. So they gotta come in 2s. There is an element of aspects of coming in 2s with the sacred aspects. So yes, right, we need Sam and Dean to come and help out with these black-eyed children. So they come with it shows that in the body of innocence, but actually there's something more beneath the surface that's going on here. And I feel like there's a collective of people that worship or has tried to bring them in physically. I wonder what with the time span of people that have seen them and how long in between it, because we had the 7. So is it like every 7 years? Is it like every, you know, putting that 7th, you know, 7th, it's got to be in the 7th thing before another lot can come through. So what is their hidden agenda? So what is it, their hidden agenda? It's to do with energy, drawing energy from humans. Again, we're going down the rabbit hole. Sorry. So I would see that as like, we're talking about vampires and stuff, like, you know, so we're got like the youthfulness, energy, newness, vitality, ecstasy, yielding, and rapture and bliss. So they are very similar to vampires in the fact that they need energy to strengthen their abilities more. Okay, because they're in a body. Yeah, we're definitely going down this rabbit hole today. So what do we need to know about the black eye? I'm getting shivers. I don't know about you. I'm getting shivers with this. This is like, whoa. I don't know if I want to continue with this. This is creepy. So what do we need to know about the black-eyed children? Right, let's ring the bell. Ring the bell. Get some... Right. they can produce that offering aspect, they're more like I think the more you sort of like home into it, the more you let them in, the more they can take your energy, soul aspect, and cause disruption. Yeah. But the more you stay in the light of love, trust, you know, the woo-woo stuff. Yeah. I don't feel they can go any further. So it is so important not to let them in. And I don't feel like anyone who's experienced them, that we know of, has let them in, you know. So the story is they kind of shut the door off, or left it behind, yeah. So they also got the gift of sight, so they can bring you back to memories. So be careful with touching, because that's where they can get within. So there's kind of like an entrapment. They're entrapped within this child energy, but in this body, and they can create problems and issues. I mean, you only got to look at the lady. She's going down the, you know, is she answering that door? Is she, you know? So they can't create too much disruption into your home, you know, if you don't. So to me, you are quite protected. Okay, so here we go. The invitation rule. The story is all about boundaries. They must be invited into your home or car. This is the central, scariest point. What is the true hidden intentions behind their quest to let them inside? I feel we touched a bit on that, but let's go a bit deeper into these two cards and see. So what's the true intentions behind the request, apart from taking your energy? That's a physical aspect. That card came first, didn't it? So let's look at the ecstasy apps. Wow. We got the Three of Swords. So it's to create, it's to break barrier, is to break. I wonder, this is just like another rabbit hole we're going in. I wonder if, you know, when I said to you about like the people that worship them and create them, I wonder if they draw them to these people. So it's almost like a revenge thing, you know? So is it that? Okay. So I feel like the people that has had experience of these have engaged with the people that's brought them into the physical into a physical form. There's a purpose. So people that has had experiences with these people have had some kind of experiences with the occult leaders, should I say, something on them lines. Yeah, that's the impression I'm getting with these two cards here. This is the World card. this is like this. Oh my God, that's just so. It's so far-fetched. It's so scary. It's scary. It's like watching these like Buffy or supernatural aspects, yeah. But it's underground stuff, and I feel like the that's why it's documented, but there's a reason behind the people that experiences them. That's how I feel, anyway. And the hidden intentions are there. Yeah, it's to create havoc. It's to cause problems. It's to take something away from these people. That's how I see it. Bringing fear into the mix. Could be a warning as well. Okay, so that's like the knock. What's the initial energy or first impressions of the black-eyed who've experienced it? That was a flyer. What's the first initial? I wonder if like the people that have experienced it, they've got money, they've got power, they've got some source of like meaning in their life, that they're, you know, they've got some form of power source here that they want to take down. There's a so the first initial feeling that they have, they get this eerie feeling anyway, and it's kind of like they're in that crossroads. Do we invite them in or don't we? I think a few people have gone as far as that, and something came to an abrupt end because of it. Okay, so do we protect ourselves? Do we protect our home? So well, we would, wouldn't you, if children knocks on the door? I mean, I suppose you won't so much now because you don't want to be getting done. But, you know, there's that. We want to help, don't we? Generally. But, yeah, there's a divide in feelings of, like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't, I think I need to protect myself. Here, I don't, you know. But I feel some people have crossed the line there, and it's not ended greatly at all, and we wouldn't know about that. That would be hush hush, under wraps. I didn't expect this. This is like freaky. Right, okay. So let's do this. I think we need a clear quartz here. Right? Okay. So we know the drill. Show me a yes. Show me a yes. Wonderful. No. Show me a no. Okay. Is my name Joe? Blogs down the road. Is my name Carrie? I was going to say maybe then. I was like, okay. All right. Okay. So are you happy to work with me with this question? Oh. That was kind of a mixed answer then. Okay. Is the true intentions of the black-eyed children something we need to be actively concerned about? Do we need to be actively concerned about? Is it like an everyday thing that we need to be worried about? No. Is it like a timeline thing? Is it like a timeline energy? That's kind of saying yeah, isn't it? Is this about spiritually boundaries? Is this about us putting spiritual boundaries up? Yes, that's it, guys. I'm putting crystals everywhere. Doing me Reiki stuff. It's coming up Halloween. Right, okay. So that's what the... Well, that's just mental. That's it. The fear. What's the deepest fear this legend taps into? So what's the deepest fear of this legend taps into? The deepest fear. This feels very much the deepest fear is people know more than they let on. People know more about this than they let on. They're afraid of it getting completely out. There's an imbalance into the justice system in this aspect. There is a power source, male thing who it just feels very cult. Yeah, it feels very woo-woo ass. I know I've got the haunted tarot, but I believe like spiritually, there's people that can tap into this energy, okay, that can find out a lot more, and they're afraid for it to. So the fear, I would say, the more deepest fear of this about this legend is it being shown more so. And I feel spiritually people can tap into this energy and they get visions from this energy. And I wonder if like the people that are like, because I feel like whoever has come across these people, these children, this is not I won't say fated, but this is illustrated. It's done on is indirectly done on purpose. Okay, so they've been chosen for a purpose, for a reason. But there's a tip in the scales in the spiritual war zone here. So I would say it's not us being fearful, it's more about the people being uncovered that is worried about it. There's that rabbit hole. Okay. So our boundary is to say no. That's illustrated already, so I'm not asking that protection thing. So how can we spiritually protect ourselves? Knowing these factors, how can we spiritually I think it's not. I don't feel like it's, like I said, I don't feel this, it doesn't happen regular enough to ploy to be concerned over. And it doesn't feel like it's a danger to the public or anything like that. But there's a purpose behind these visitors when they come to you. And I do wonder if people get already inklings or weird dreams or weird stuff happening before this integration happens. Something comes, some weird stuff starts to happen in there. I don't want to leave it too long. So yeah, I don't feel we got anything. We just put our put our spiritual protection up. Make sure we're wary of our surroundings and who we interact with or integrate, not putting fear in the aspect. But I feel like there's telltale signs, there's warnings people's already got. Okay, so the true spiritual truth behind the story. I feel like I'm in amongst of an episode of the Supernatural here. Yes, I feel. Craving, compulsion, obsession, thirst. It's like I got that creepy thing. We have more power than is let on. And it's knowing our personal boundaries, our spiritual boundaries too. Okay. Yeah, see, having and it was like that love and faith and stuff that came up. So it's don't when you get like, I get like it sometimes when things happen and you think, I know something doesn't feel right and I want to investigate it further. Like a dog with a bone, I chew on it. Which gets me really engrossed into it further. So you investigate it further and then you get answers that you don't necessarily want. Basically, when you know that an ex is like, was an ex, you had that feeling, didn't feel right, so you just had to go that little bit further to test the waters to see what they would do with it. So it's being careful with being compulsive and not getting shaded into things, but be mindful what you're getting into. What sometimes what seems to be sounding good is not always a good investment. So just make sure you're protected there. Rebellion is a good key point. Okay, no one can take control of your mind and your body or anything unless you will allow so much into it. Now, I'm not like sharp, because obviously there is instances, in life, but we're talking spiritually, on a spiritual aspect is like making sure, don't be naive, get those tinted glasses off, basically. And your confidence and how you approach things will they're looking for a weakness, and that's why they knock on the door waiting for the invitation in. So if you ever come across these black-eyed children, they're not innocent, they're part of a package, but I feel like it's more there's people that brings them physically into the Dynamics. And I'm like ringing that bell again. Because that's just really creepy. I laugh, you know, because that's my way. But yeah. What do you think, guys? I mean, what do you think about it? Am I just going down the rabbit hole with these cards, or do you think there's something in it? Or, you know, what come up for you when I was doing the reading? Yeah, it's a bit of fun, but it's a bit like creepy, isn't it? Like I said, I feel like I'm in, and I got the supernatural deck. You know, should I do a supernatural pick a card? See, yeah, get the boys back in town. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you with that. And I'm going to do a closing down prayer, because we need this, don't we, guys? We do need this. Thank you to the universe, my guides, and the wisdom revealed in this reading. I now seal this sacred space in a bubble of white light and protection. Any resident energy, fears, or shadows from this explored or dissolved and transformed into a pure light and understanding. I'm grounded, I am safe. And you're safe too. And my spiritual boundaries are strong and clear, and so are yours. Say it. My spiritual boundaries are strong and clear. I step forward with the truth I have found. Amen. Amen to that. Thank you for joining me. If you like what you see, please give it a like. I had fun doing this. Bit creepy though. Gotta be honest, it was a bit creepy. But yeah. We are done. So keep an eye out for the next Halloween things. And yeah, I think I'll do a pick a card with the boys. Let's get the boys onto it. Well, not onto this, but you know what I mean. Give us some advice. Anyway, you take care, and I'll see you soon. Lots of love, and I'll see you on the other side.